Welcome. In the previous lecture, we have understood about the refraction through a glass slab. Glass slab is an optical device, okay, and the glass slab's one importance, geometrical importance, is that the two refracting surfaces of the glass slab is parallel. Now, we are starting a discussions about the lens. And most preferably we have to utter the word that is the spherical lens. The two refracting surfaces here are the part of a sphere. So if I draw this thing, just see, this is one sphere and this is another sphere. These two spheres intersect each other. Let us consider this is the C1, the center of curvature of this left sphere. C2 is the center of curvature of the right sphere. These two spheres intersect each other and constrict a particular volume. If I try to denote this volume by black, just see this volume. This portion. These two spheres basically constrict a volume. This volume basically looks like this, but I have just drawn a section of it in 2 dimensions. These spheres' radius of curvature may be different. If I want to draw the radius of curvatures, we can say this is the radius of curvature of the left sphere, R1, and this one is the radius of curvature of the right sphere, R2. So these are the two radius of curvature. C1 and C2 are the center of curvatures, and here they constrict an optical medium, and this optical medium is called lens. Okay, because we know that to reflect the light we need a surface, we need an interface, a two-dimensional plane. But here refraction, in case of refraction we need a medium, that is a three-dimensional thing. So just see, it constricts a three-dimensional optical medium. Okay, in other words we can say it is an optical medium. This surface is the part of this left sphere, and this refracting surface is the part of this right sphere. Okay, both the spheres have the center of curvatures and the radius of curvatures. If I connect C1 and C2, and enlarge it in the both ways, then just like previous we get a straight line. And if you can link with the spherical mirrors now, then you know that this line x prime have a particular name, and that is principal axis. Okay, similarly here what we have drawn here, it is one type of possibility, but there is another type of possibility. What is that? If I consider it is an sphere and this is another sphere, these two spheres have not touched each other. But here these two spheres have intersect each other, so it is another one possibility. C1 is the center of curvature of the left sphere and C2 is the center of curvature of the right sphere. Okay, so here in between these two spheres we can construct a medium, optical medium like this. And this optical device, this one, is known as a lens. Okay, this optical device is known as a lens. This sphere have a radius of curvature R1. This sphere has a radius of curvature R2. Okay. Obviously, it is a section of the three-dimensional thing. In other words, we can say this is a refracting surface. This refracting surface is a part of the sphere of center C2 and radius of curvature R2. This is another refracting surface. This is this sphere, center of curvature is C1 and radius of curvature is R1. If we connect this C1 and C2 and extend this line up to infinity, then we get the principal axis. Okay, so it is one type of lens, it is another type of lens. Okay, so this is the thing. Now if I pass a light ray like this, this is a light ray. If the incident light ray and the emergent light ray, are parallel to each other,